So how then did the fear of consumption evolve into a belief in vampirism?
Well, I think we might start answering that question by looking at some of the parallels between the symptoms of consumption and the traditional evidence of vampire attacks. Victims of consumption suffer most at night. They wake up coughing and in pain. Sometimes they describe a heavy feeling as though someone or something has been sitting on their chest. As the disease progresses, and this is pulmonary tuberculosis we're talking about, by the way, so it's consuming the lungs. That's why it's called consumption. As consumption progresses, ulcers and cavities develop in the lungs, and people begin to cough up blood in increasing amounts as the disease goes on. Uh, so imagine you have a family member who's suffering with this disease, and you go into the room in the morning to check on them, and you find blood at the corners of their mouth, and the bedclothes are stained with blood. And then they fade into death, and other people in the family begin to show the same symptoms. And I think it's fair to say that both consumptives and vampires are the living dead, because people with consumption are, in a very literal way, walking corpses. They're pale, they're wasted, just waiting to take their final breath. And the vampire provided, I think, a tangible image for the unseen evil that was slowly draining away these lives. This invisible evil, this vampire, was, as we know now, a microscopic germ, a bacterium with fangs, as one nurse called them. So when family members began to waste away, some of them actually wondered if it was possible that the dead could be preying on the living. So when this question was entertained by a family, it was often resolved by having a consultation that brought together the head of the family and other kin, mostly male kin, and sometimes other leaders in the community outside of the family.